All right, this is Alan Anderson here, and today we are going to talk conversions. So, in this video, what you're going to learn is, what are conversions exactly, the types of conversions there are, the different points in the sales funnel that you want to pay attention to when it comes to conversions, like the ones that really count when it comes to making money, and then the principles that will allow you to increase your conversion to get a better kind of push and pull as far as what's working and what's not. This is basically like what people are responding to as far as getting you closer to get to the money. Where to find more detailed information when it comes to conversions, like people that are a lot more better explaining it to me, explaining it than me, if you want to get some further detailed information. And then what are the videos in this training series that I'm going to present to you that's going to give you more details as well as far as tips and tricks. So what are conversions exactly? Well, a conversion is basically when you move someone from one part of your sales funnel or another. So if you get somebody to click on your ad, then in a sense that's a conversion. If you get somebody to sign up for your offer, as far as put in their email, name and phone number, or just email, most likely is how it'll usually be presented to you. That's a conversion. The most important conversions, though, is when somebody makes a sale. That's what everybody knows about when people are referencing conversions. Most likely, that is what they're talking about. And a close second is signing up for leads. And this video, not video, but this image below kind of showed you what a basic sales funnel looks like. And what you want to pay attention to is all the arrows right here. These are basically conversions. So from here to here, it's conversion. From here to here, it's a conversion. Those are conversion points. And basically, that's the name of the game, to get people to go from not knowing you to wanting to buy from you. So, we already kind of discussed the types of conversions. The primary ones are signups and sales. These are the things that you're going to hear most likely about when anybody's selling you a product around conversions. This is what they're talking about. And the secondary conversions are some they're not talked about as much. So I put this in the video because, a lot of people, when they're doing paid advertising or even doing free advertising, if they're not getting sales, then they tend to be very black and white. So it's like either I'm making money or I'm not making money. Either I'm getting sales or I'm not getting sales. And then this leads to people to get disenfranchised, or leads to them to want to quit. However, in most things, it's not 1 to 10. It is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You get the picture. 10 may be the ultimate goal, but obviously there are steps that can get you to the goal. And that's why I wanted to put out there secondary conversions. So when you're dealing with content marketing or social media, secondary conversions are very important because these are things that will allow your content to be viral, which will create more exposure to more people, which ultimately will lead you to more signups and more sales. So for instance, if somebody doesn't buy for you, or they share your content, that is value there. If somebody comments, especially if it's a positive comment, that is value there. Somebody likes your content or follows you, which is like a subscriber in a way, except it's just on social media. They tag you or tag somebody else. They click on your ad within your content or a link in your content, or subscribe. In Facebook it's follow, in YouTube it's subscribe, and Twitter and Instagram is follow. These are all things that have value. Now obviously they don't have as much value as a sale or even a lead sign up, but they do have value nonetheless that can lead you to a lead or sign up. That's basically telling you that these people are interested in what you have, and it's kind of a way of telling you you're on the right track. Now, pretty much, one of the main questions that I get when somebody is brand new to internet marketing, and they really don't know, they're coming straight out of the cold, is how to get conversions even when you are just getting started and have not achieved any results yet. So what that pretty much means is, what came first, the chicken or the egg? Did the money come first, or did the person come first and made the money? That kind of conundrum. And I've come up with kind of a phrase called having a beta mentality. And what that is is one thing in the tech world that you notice. This is true for phones, this is true for apps, this is true for software, is things are always being continually updated. They're being, so 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, 4.0. So a lot of times people will put stuff out there when it's not perfect, but it's good enough that people will be fairly satisfied with it, and then they go back and patch it up. They even do that in video games now. We were always told in school that you have to do first draft, second draft, third draft, and only the final copy you put out there. But when it comes to making money in the tech world, that's just not the case. And that's a mentality I like to apply to, making money online. Here's the thing. Do not let the perfect be the enemy of the good. If your stuff is solid, then put it out there. And you can always go back. You can always improve it. You can always put in a better video as you learn more information. Now, I'm not saying to put out crap, but if you look on the internet, you'll be surprised at what people actually respond to that's crap, that's actually, but it gives information. It's just not polished and clean. But at the end of the day, it delivers what the video says it's going to deliver, and you learn something from the video. So this is actually, I actually create a video about this, and in the beta mentality video, you're going to be shown how to leverage your team's success. So your team usually has been successful before you are. So these are people that usually brought you in, and how to take their successes, their testimonials, their proof that they make money, and how to have that kind of rub off on you a little bit. So you're creating an aura of credibility just by you being associated with them. A good example of this is when you initially come to the CPA program that I have. You listen to John Filippi, who basically brought me in, and he's the one that sells it's in the video. He's the one that's made the money. He's the one that talk about members that are making money, and he has kind of that social proof. So you get the advantage of somebody that already make money until you make money. And I still use the video even though I've already made money. The second thing is, how to use the momentum of your initial success to boost profit. So what this is when you put a video out there, that's a success. When you create a blog, that's a success. When you get a sign up, that's a success. When you put your first ad, that's a success. These are not things people consider success because they're so hung on the money, and that's obviously the ultimate success. However, these all are things that other people have not done. So there's a lot of people that have been in network marketing for a long time, never touched the internet, or they don't know how to create this stuff on their own. Just by the vault and what we teach you alone, it teaches you how to do this stuff in certain mindsets that like 90% of people in the industry don't really have. So it gives you an advantage. It also gives you an aura of authority. So don't underestimate the power of that. Another thing it's going to teach you how to do is how to use the vault, which is this program that you're in, as a bonus product that will you can give people for free, and basically use that as kind of like a carrot to get them to sign up. This thing is going to be something I'm continuously improve, continuously add videos to, continuously add value to, and I have bought like at least $25,000 worth of products. So a lot of things that I'm going to add in my own words, and I'm also going to point you to places I got this stuff from. It's value, it's stuff that's highly sold, and it's stuff that people still continue to buy. So it's very valued, and for somebody getting it for free, all they got to do is qualify for through the sites. It's a no-brainer. And then other techniques that you're going to use, like webinars, trainings, Facebook groups. These are things that we provide you as a team. We show you how to create as you get bigger, and just things that will allow you to network with people that are already members, bounce off ideas, get questions answered, stuff like that. Now, the next question I often get is, where does building relationships with your prospects and business partners to get them to buy, where does that kind of fall in? The art of building a relationship. And one of the earlier videos, I told you how building a relationship was one of the 5 cornerstones of internet marketing. And building relationships and conversions go hand in hand. And one of the reasons that they go hand in hand is because people, let's be honest, people usually don't buy the first time. If you look, anything that you look at, chances are most of the buys you're making are not impulse buys. These are things that you've seen over time, and they may stick in your subconscious. And then at the right opportunity, they just happen to be the right place, right time, where you have the money and you have the will to take action, and you buy something. Now, if you're really good at sales, you're good at actually building that within somebody so you can get them to buy now. But internet is really a patient game where they just wait for you to be ready to actually take action on something. Now, statistics show in sales you have to usually see something 5 times before you say yes. And one thing I want you to visualize this is if you get 100 subscribers, then chances are one person's going to buy, maybe two. As far as initial buy going through, that's a good kind of ballpark number. Now, people that are good at sales can obviously increase that, but when you're just getting started, that's kind of a barometer that you want to look at. And if you can get that, then usually you'll be set. And then what happens is, as you drive in more and more leads, so let's say you drive in 100 people at $1 a piece. That's $100 that you spent, or assuming you do paid traffic, and then if you make one sale that's $100, you make your money back. Now, luckily, the system we use actually accounts for that. Now, what happened to the other 99 people? Well, they're going to be receiving emails from you that are going to be building relationship, and some of them over time will get off the fence. Some of them may take a couple days, some of them may take a week, 2 weeks, some of them may take a month, maybe even longer. But the point is, as you're constantly driving in people into your sales funnel, and you're building this up, you build up kind of like a snowball effect in which you start to get one person a day, two person a day, 4 people a day, and you start to make more money than what you're bringing in, obviously. And that's how it works. Now, a couple techniques that we'll go into detail of is, Frank Kern's triangle of trust, which will show you how to build a relationship a lot more powerfully with people by using blogs and other pieces of content, and also another technique called results in advance. Now, moving on, some other videos that's going to be in this course is going to basically teach you how to understand what you bring to the table. Just because you're new to internet marketing doesn't mean you don't have a background that can be applied to internet marketing. For instance, I'm a former sales manager with a Fortune 500 company. I can apply that to my job. I'm also an Uber driver. I can apply that to this. I also like movies. I can apply that to this. I have hobbies, passions, things that I like, things that are in my background and my history. I travel a lot. I've been to many cities that I can apply, that allows me to kind of create kind of an aura around myself of authenticity, but also of authority to give people reasons as to why they should listen to me. And the questionnaire video will actually show you how to do that and how to hash that stuff out within yourself. Everybody has something of value, even if they think it's negative, a story that can be powerful, that can actually connect with other people. And that video shows you how to do that, which is important. The important thing is to separate you from everybody else, and also understand the target market that will best respond to you. And sometimes that's trial and error, and other times, people respond to people that are like them. So those combinations of understanding what you bring to the table and actually knowing the type of people that will respond to you is what creates really good conversions. And that's what both of those programs show you how to do. Now, the most important points of conversion, well, we're going to discuss this in the context of free content, because I initially like to talk to people about how to generate leads for free, which is kind of free, but not really. But I tend to not want to go on the side of telling people to jump right into doing paid traffic, because if you don't know what you're doing, you're going to lose money. You're going to be disenfranchised. Versus if you do free traffic, even if you don't get as much success as you might, you get a much more grounded foundation as far as what you're doing, the program, what works, what doesn't work. It's kind of like a slow down way of actually getting you to really see stuff and allow it to sink in. So even if you jump into paid traffic, you'll have a lot more grounding as to what you need to do so you can be successful off the bat. So with that said, within free content creation, we're going to show you the clicks from content, so which is a very point of conversion. So if you have a YouTube video, if you have a blog post, status update, basically anything that's kind of like a hook that goes out there. Content is like a hook that goes out to the internet. And using keyword research and using things that people want to click on within social media, so strategic positioning, a click is like a bite. And pretty much that's very important, because if you're not getting any bites, then everything else doesn't matter. So that's the first thing, to get exposure to the point at which people are clicking on your stuff. The second thing is sign-ups for your squeeze pages. So this is when people see your offer. Is your offer appealing to people? Is it, generating interest? is it resonating with people? And that has to do with whatever ad you have on your content or call to action, which is they have them click on your content to your squeeze page and get them to sign up. Because at the end of the day, if we're not capturing information, that's the first real solid step. And the second thing, which is most important, is like the initial, one of the most important things, are the initial sales. Because nothing, until we start generating revenue, that's when the real fun happens. Then for the other people that didn't, initially buy, but still are in your database, so they haven't unsubscribed, getting them to open your emails, getting them to click on your emails, to your offer, or to whatever store you have that kind of, pre-sells them to your offer again, rather than just sending them to the video. And then obviously from that offer content, which is could be a blog post that tells a story, could be a testimonial, could be whatever, or it could be another call to action. It kind of is a special deal that gets them off the fence to the sales conversion, with them actually taking action and making the sale. In this case, with cost CPAs that we're doing, it's going to be people actually going ahead and get qualified. Now, the way CPAs really work is, the way it's going to work is people are going to be getting registered to the site they need to try out the offers, but a lot of times people may not complete the offers, and that's when you may have to call them, let you know you're a real person, and get them to take action. Now, the next thing is where to find information. Now, what we're looking at here is called Convert. This is a book by Frank Kern that he actually currently doesn't put out there, but I actually have a link to a site that actually has it. Now, the way it works is you're going to have to, put your credit card on the line, because they give you a 14-day free trial for Scribe. Download the book and cancel it. If you see other things you might like, you can definitely keep it. They have some other stuff that I like, but that's mainly why we're getting this book. This is a book, a 50-page book. It's a great book. Frank Kern has made over $50 million online. I mean, this dude is like one of the best in the game. But one thing that makes him powerful is he's very simplistic in how he explains things. So a lot of these things that I talked about, he'll go in a little bit more detail, but simplistic detail, and he'll give you much more understanding as far as what you need to do to get conversions. This book is really all you need in order to be able to make conversions, as far as the base level stuff. Then the other videos we've already done. That's a list of the other videos, and that'll be added to in time progresses. And then other than that, man, that is it. So basically what you need to do right now is go through the other videos. And then if you have any questions, ask any questions within the Facebook group. And here's another thing too. These videos, you may have to think of these videos as kind of gateway videos. These videos are time to put these concepts out there. But if you want to do your own research, do your own research, because I definitely recommend that. I definitely recommend you to buy the book. And also, but I will say this, you don't have to do your own research in order to get successful. This thing is basic enough that I just want you to be aware of this stuff. So as you're creating things, it can sink in better. So with that said, thank you so much for listening, and move on to the next video. I look forward to talking to you again. All right. This is Alan Anderson signing off.